It is freezing cold, 25 degrees, but at least the sun's out. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to High Desert Adventures. This week should be a quick one, another hiking video. Today, we're adventuring through the little city of Rocks here in southern Idaho. Not to be confused with the City of Rocks National Reserve, which I've done a lot of hiking and camping videos at. This is just a little 5-mile loop through the little city of Rocks. Should be a lot of really cool rock formations, good views, and a beautiful sunrise behind us. It's estimated to take 2 hours to complete, 2.5 hours tops. Knowing me and my side quests and my quest for pictures, I'm sure it'll take a little bit longer, but once the sun comes out, it should warm up into the 40s, hopefully. But yeah, it's a beautiful morning, beautiful area. Let's venture in and see what we come across. So we are now entering the wilderness study area. Officially entering the trail loop. This is really cool out here. These rock formations are pretty trippy and definitely feels like you're way out here, you know. I gotta say, so far this is a lot cooler than I thought it was gonna be. Just a little cold. Got 2 layers of gloves on, liners and outers. Got base layer, mid layer, and then this winter weatherproof outer layer. Might have to throw on the balaclava because my lips are freezing. But this is definitely very scenic, very beautiful. Very cool experience so far. These clouds look crazy, huh? Kind of walking up the edge of the hill right here. Looks like that creek runoff froze over the trail and it was extremely slippery. So I'm just going up the side of the hill right here to go around it. And we're coming up to the first split to start the official loop. Really cool scenery though, I really dig this. It's peaceful, it's quiet, scenic. It's not that challenging at all. Definitely having a good time so far. Well, it was a nice little break to have some snacks and hydrate up a little bit, but it started to get really cold. No sun down here in the canyon, so I'm gonna keep it pushing. Just had to climb down off of these rocks right here behind me. Jump down along the creek. Nothing too crazy. That was the hardest part of the trail yet, and that wasn't even hard. Definitely a pretty easy trail so far. But an enjoyable experience nonetheless. I don't know if you could tell from the video, but the way it's like halfway frozen or not, looks like it's like a sheet of saran wrap over the top of this little pond. It's that time of the year. Winter's coming to an end and spring is beginning. I know a lot of us in this area are ready for some warmer months. Wasn't that bad of a winter here in southern Idaho, but I'm definitely ready for some warm weather, some more backpacking trips, some warm weather camping trips. Yeah, it's time. Oh, that sun feels good. Warming up now. Still a little nice breeze. I mean, it's perfect weather, perfect hiking weather, but it's getting pretty warm for this outer layer. So pretty soon here, I'm gonna stop and take this outer layer off. Ooh, damn, that was slippery. That feels much better. Definitely starting to feel a little bit longer than All Trail said it was going to be. I mean, I did park a little ways away from the trailhead, which you have to do. If you do the directions through all trails, it's going to have you park on the side of the highway where there's not even a turnout. So where you park, you get to the entrance of the Little City of Rocks Wilderness Study area. And there's a trail that you have to do on foot. You cannot have any motorized vehicles on that part of the trail. So it probably adds another half a mile or so to your total distance, but still feeling a little bit longer than expected. It's nice, it's beautiful, so no complaints here. Trying to put a little more pep in my step. Not always the biggest fan of leaving my truck parked in the middle of nowhere for a while, but it's the name of the game. Definitely some sections there that weren't clearly marked. As much as I think all trails is pretty damn incorrect at times. It's definitely convenient right now because it's easy to get lost in a place like this, and without clearly designated trail markings, you gotta kind of use your instincts and pay attention to the trail map. I think we're getting around to the back corner of the loop now, and we start our journey back. All right, all trails, what's next? Heading back that way and back around. All right, back on the trail. Another creek crossing. Should be over 3.5, 4 miles in now. So let's keep it pushing. Climbing uphill through the brush now. Paying real good attention to the All Trails app. Not a clearly marked trail at all once you get this deep back here. I love a good challenge. Love a good adventure, but not gonna lie, kind of ready to get this trail over with and get back to the truck. But I'm gonna put the camera away for now so I can have both hands and be good to go. Check in here in a bit. I don't know if the camera's gonna do it justice, but that was a nice little climb up from all the way down there in the creek, winding up the hill up here. I feel like a fucking mountain goat. Should be making the turn to hit the backside of the loop now, or at least real soon anyways. Better be a good view up here. Oh shit. Check it out. That is a good sign. That's pretty cool. This is one of the few times I didn't bring my backpack clip or my chest mount for my GoPro, so I didn't get to film all that climb uphill, but that was no joke. Now I understand the whole moderately challenging thing on the All Trails rating. If I want to add one to the top, I gotta put something small. All right, let's get this fucking trail over with. But you know, as they say, whatever goes up, you gotta come down. So we got our descent on the other side of this, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully we'll have a pretty killer view up here. Let's keep it moving though. Well, sometimes you end up in more of a hike or more of a climb than you anticipated or planned, but I made it up just fine, and there ended up being a pretty sweet view up top after all. And after what felt like just some aimless wandering around through this muddy and rocky terrain, I even came across what looked like some deer tracks, which was actually pretty cool. That is a pretty cool view. I'm a long ways away from my truck. After admiring the view and realizing how much further I had to go to complete this trail and get back to my truck, I started to climb downhill, which again, there was some sketchy parts because there's no clearly marked trail path. But I just kept watching my footing, making sure I placed my footwork correctly, and embraced the suck of the downhill climb and got back down into the canyon. A Ninja Turtle truck? You never know what you'll come across in the middle of nowhere. We went around that way all the way through the canyons. Just came from this direction. Now we're heading back out that way. Just about to exit the wilderness study area. And just got to hike back to the truck. And we're gonna get something to eat. So I need a favor from you guys. Please remind me in the comments to stop clipping my microphone to my Bear and Mountain Lion spray, because that is just straight up annoying. Here we go, back at the truck. That was definitely a hell of a lot longer than I thought it was, or thought it would be. Was it my favorite trail? No. Would I do it again? Maybe. Like I mentioned earlier, the app stopped tracking my progress probably for a good mile, maybe more. So when I get home, I'll have to check the maps and put the numbers together, and then I'll put the totals for today's hike distance and elevation and all that stuff right down here. But all in all, it was a good day. Beautiful scenery here and there, good views here and there. And it's always worth it just for the experience alone. So I always say, you know, it's always about the adventure. So with that being said, I'm gonna get this truck loaded up, get this gear off, go get me something to eat. Thank you all for joining me on another high desert adventure. Love y'all, and I'll see you all on the next one.